In 2015, Paul Massey, a well-known figure in Manchester's criminal underworld, was gunned down outside his home in Salford. 3 years later, in 2018, John Kinsella, a mob enforcer and friend of Massey, was murdered in a carefully planned execution in Merseyside. Mark Fellows, known as the Iceman, and Stephen Boyle were eventually convicted of these brutal killings, shedding light on a deadly feud within the organised crime world. Paul Massey was considered a Mr. Big of Salford's underworld. He had a reputation for violence and was involved in organised crime for decades. Despite his criminal background, he was well known and even respected by some in his community. His murder in July 2015 shocked many. Massey was shot 5 times outside his home by a masked gunman wielding an automatic weapon. The attack was described as an assassination. John Kinsella was a notorious figure from Liverpool, known for his connections in the criminal world and his role as a gangland enforcer. He was close friends with Paul Massey, and his murder seemed to be linked to avenging Massey's death. In May 2018, Kinsella was shot multiple times while walking his dog with his partner in Manehill, Merseyside. The assassin was on a bicycle, wearing a high-visibility vest to blend in with the surroundings. Mark Fellows, a career criminal and hitman, was identified as the gunman in both murders. He had a reputation for ruthlessness and precision, earning the nickname the Iceman. Fellows was known for his calm, calculated demeanour, even during violent acts. Stephen Boyle played a crucial role as the spotter. He provided surveillance and communicated with Fellows to ensure the hits were executed without interference. In 2019, both men stood trial at Liverpool Crown Court. The prosecution's case was strengthened by GPS data from a Garmin watch found in Fellows' possession, which placed him near Massey's home at the time of the murder. Fellows was convicted of both murders and received a whole life sentence. Stephen Boyle, an associate of Mark Fellows, played a crucial role in the murders of underworld figures Paul Massey and John Kinsella, while Fellows, known as the Iceman, was convicted of both killings and sentenced to a whole life term. Boyle's involvement was slightly different. Boyle was convicted of Kinsella's murder, but cleared of any part in Massey's assassination. He acted as a spotter, identifying targets and ensuring the conditions were right for the hit. In 2019, Boyle was sentenced to life in prison with a minimum of 33 years for his role. The evidence against him included encrypted phone communications and CCTV footage linking him to the crimes. The court described the murders as cold-blooded executions, with Boyle aiding Fellows in orchestrating Kinsella's murder while the latter's pregnant partner was present. Unlike Fellows, who received a whole life term, Boyle will be eligible for parole in the future, but not before serving decades behind bars. The case highlighted the brutal and calculated nature of organised crime feuds in the UK, particularly within the Salford and Liverpool criminal underworld.